Previously, on Rise of the Runelords. After deciding to follow Icky's hunch about the creepy Magnamarian nobleman, the group made their way to Foxglove Manor, known colloquially as the Misgivings, doubtlessly due to the cheerful and happy aura that it exudes. While investigating a ruined outer building, Grilda tried her hand at feeding some flocking feathered friends, only to find that the carnivorous carrion crew craved a sampling of sinews set solidly within the skin of our horror-hunting heroes. After the party dispatched and dispersed the flesh-hungry fowl, Grilda quickly made her way to the house proper and grimly pushed her way in without a moment's hesitation. Searching the house, our heroes seem to experience personalized hauntings, one member at a time, each experiencing a vivid vision driving them dangerously close to very real harm, each ghastly vision offering a glimpse into the evils and horrors that had unfolded within these walls as the party pressed on deeper into the manor. Today, the adventure continues.
I lost the map, so I'm going to need another 5-10 minutes.
Okay.
All right, so these windows are weird, suspect, right? I mean, like you said that these are for some sort of lich spell. Is it like? Does it have something to do with the view? Because I mean. I don't know do you have any idea what's going on with this?
No.
Can we, because there were more of these downstairs, right?
There was more stained glass windows on the first floor, correct?
Think maybe we should go and check those out, see if there's any relationship, anything like any kind of like aha moments, since we didn't really look at those.
I mean, Tarna speaks up. I mean, we can. If you want to put time into that. But my understanding is we're here to find a murderer. The weird stained glass, I'm not really into right now.
All right.
After we've checked out the rest of the place and made sure that we're not just letting some murderer escape out a back door or some crap, yeah, let's check into it. But right now, let's see if we can find somebody to bring to justice, huh?
All right. I mean, we haven't seen any evidence of any living people here since we've arrived, but yeah, let's keep going.
Okay, you bring up a valid point. So let's ask it this way. If our intent is to find the person who's off the friend, then if there's no evidence of someone being here, we should probably move on to another spot.
Yeah, no, we should I think we should move finish our investigation quickly. Is the point.
Grilda takes that as a cue and exits stage offhand. that was for you, Bill. That was for you.
I got it.
All right.
All right.
She just like follows right up. Icky takes another look at the windows and heads out as well.
Okay.
All right. The DM has not offered to force me to roll anything yet, so I'm going to keep going.
Not yet.
I know. I just know it's coming. Oh.
All right.
Well, my intent is to go through that door.
Go through the door?
If I can.
All right, so as you open it, you notice that it is a bedroom, and the entire bedroom is caked with a thick, spongy layer of dark green, blue, and black mold. It's just like, as you would see a layer of dust This is just a layer of mold covering the majority of the room. There's a bed and a fireplace, and that's about all that's in here.
All right, I percept at the room.
Give me a percept.
Looking for anything that's not mold. Like, is there anything I care about? Is what I'm doing.
Yeah, wasn't that mold that screwed up me and whoever, or Tarnan and somebody else?
That's why I'm not
Well,
investigating.
give me a perception check, Tammy.
12 plus. Oh no, I put my character sheet down. 15.
15? Although the mold is, it's disgusting, and it smells foul in the way that mold usually does, you do notice that this mold has a different look and a different color than the mold that you had disturbed that had shot spores out of you earlier. That is more of a dingy yellow, whereas this is more of a greenish blue. This looks more like what you would assume, like what you know normal mold to look like, whereas the dingy yellow mold just looks off.
So Grelda, not being a mold person.
No, you would know that. You would know, this looks different than the bad stuff. This looks more like normal mold, and that didn't. You would know that.
All right. Okay, then as she left, she would say normal mold, and then move on to the next doorway.
Okay, so as you open this door, an iron tub sits in the middle of this room. The floorboards around it sagging with its weight.
No undead rat in the thing. Do I need to percept to find the undead rat?
You actually, are you percepting as you step into the room?
Yes.
Tarnan see that the floorboards are already stressed?
Everybody would be behind Tammy. So Grelda would be the only person who's really percepted into the room yet. So everybody else is still out the door. So probably not.
As small as this room is, or she probably wouldn't walk into it. If she could lean forward and look around, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of hidden stuff.
Okay, give me a perception check then.
Ouch. That's a 6.
A 6?
Yep.
You notice that it's a similar tub to the one that was downstairs?
Then she just grunts as she leaves and continues on to the final room in our upstairs adventure.
Did we go in the bedroom to the northwest there? I'm sorry, northeast?
Yes, that was the one that had just had the normal mold in it.
Roger. Carry on.
All right, so you're opening this door.
Yep, open the door.
You can tell this was once a fine chamber, but it has been basically destroyed. The bed is smashed, the mattress is torn apart, the walls have been gouged as if by knives. There's a couple of chairs, you're not sure how many, because they've all been hacked to pieces. The paintings on the wall have been ripped to shreds, and what is there has been cut, except for one. There is one portrait hanging on the northwest wall, but you can't see who it's a portrait of because it's actually been turned around and is facing the wall.
So Grelda would come in the room, but I don't think she would monkey with that portrait right away because other people monkeyed with the other portraits. I don't know if anyone wants to follow Grelda into the room. Does anyone desire to monkey?
Will there be monkeys?
Will there be monkeys? Well, there's already been a screaming monkey, and we still don't know what that did.
Hold on. Yeah, Tarnan will go mess with it.
All right, what are you going to do with it?
Check for traps and then roll it over.
All right, give me an investigation check. Check for traps.
I feel like Lars would help with this investigation.
I think you're right.
Paintings.
Okay. So, I got an 8, and Lars got an investigation of 16.
16? Nothing about what you see on the portrait makes you think that it has been trapped in any way.
Okay, so then I tell Geisen to take a step back, and I flip the painting over.
All right, so as you flip the painting over, you see a portrait of a dark-haired, beautiful Varisian woman with the name Aisha Foxglove across the top. And let me... There you go.
Okay, she was not in the other room.
She was not. This is not one of the 5 portraits that were that was in the first room you walked into.
Can they tell anything from that about the other portraits, or would they have to do a separate check about that?
What are you trying to tell?
I don't know, like, they've been slashed, but could you still tell what the portrait, like, was it fruit or a person?
You can give me an intelligence check. Because you're trying
because you know what my intelligence is.
No, because there are what is left and what you can find on the ground. You are trying to put a puzzle together to figure out what was there. So if you would like to, you can give me an intelligence check.
Alright. I would like to suggest anyone other than Grell to do this.
You can have help.
You came up with it. But Geisen will help. As he points out, okay, look, if we came here to find Foxglove, and this place hasn't been lived into, where did he go?
You do remember, so since you said that, I will and it's been a couple of weeks. You do remember the sheriff told you that Aldern Foxglove had come back about 18 months ago, saying he was going to rebuild this place. He was here, had trouble finding workers, and seemed to abandon the place after that, and hadn't come back since.
That was 18 months ago, you said.
Yes, I'm just reminding you.
I saw him town a week ago.
A week to 10 days, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Also, he was one of the paintings in the other room. I think, was he the child?
He was the child, yes.
Yeah.
Alright, are we ready for this? This is going to be epic, you guys.
Do it.
Oh, damn! So, just to be sure, it's the number up there on the intelligence that's got the
big plus
number?
by it? Or plus or minus?
It's not a plus in my case, but yeah.
Oh, you mean you're -1? Yes.
Yeah, that's the one. Okay, so then I actually have a 16.
Oh, wow.
That's a high roll for
Holy
really
crap.
crappy
For
stats.
intelligence and Grelda, that is an extremely high roll. All right,
She's very focused.
you are able to discern that
Hold on. Did Geisen actually help or not?
He was going to. We might as well.
well,
You
did
rolled
you you can roll with advantage, Tammy, since he's helping you.
Okay.
Oh, I thought he rolled separately.
Or Tarnin can roll separately. It's either
I
or.
already rolled
That's
a
what I
natural 20 for him.
Oh, wait, what did you roll?
A natural
20.
25.
25? All right. So together, you are able to tell, Tarnin is able to tell, and
No,
Tammy is... What?
Geisen rolled.
Oh, Geisen. Okay. So Geisen's able to tell that there were 5 other pictures on the wall. You are, from what you were able to find, Tammy, you're able to put together 2 of them, and Geisen's actually able to put together the other 3. And you are able to put together that there are 4 adults that remind you very much of the ones that were in the other room, only much older. And there also was another one of Aldern, much closer to what you have seen. Maybe a little bit younger than you have seen, but relatively the same age, and all of those are the ones that have been ripped and destroyed. This is the only one that is still whole.
Somebody's a fan of the foxgloves, huh?
Yeah, let's go find the one that we know and ask questions, but let's find him first, huh?
Yeah.
So,
Wasn't there a door at the end of the hall? There you go, that one.
yeah, so this will go downstairs, Sean?
That is a stairwell that actually goes upwards. The door,
another
but you can tell it's a stairwell because of the way it is. But the door is actually closed and locked.
Isn't that neat? It's locked?
It is closed and locked.
Grelda attempts to open the door.
Are you sure it's locked?
Yep,
It's
seems
locked.
locked.
So Grelda's going to try to open it?
Look.
Is Grelda going to try and open it, or is Tarnin going to try and unlock
Tarnin
it?
said he wanted to look, so she would back off.
I rolled absolutely crappy, so she might get a chance to do it anyway. Hold on a second. 4 plus 10, 14.
14? Nope. You try, and you hear a click, and you try the handle, but that didn't seem to do it. It is surprisingly, for a house lock, it's more difficult than you expected it to be.
All right, well, Grelda, if you want to see if Sasha can open it, that's...
Grelda is more than happy to see if Sasha can open it. She would like to smash a thing.
All right, give me a strength check.
Hot damn, that's a 20 plus whatever I get on top of that.
You have like an 8.
25.
20.
Wait, no, there's a plus 5.
It's plus 5? Your strength? Oh, no, you're right. It is plus 5.
Oh, okay, all right. I was like, am I reading it wrong?
So, you actually, like, what you do is since you're so angry, you, like, tap it with Sasha a couple times, and then you feel the end, and you put Sasha back, and you take one step back and just put your shoulder down and slam into it, and the door just right off its hinges and then falls back on the stairs.
Grelda really loudly thinks, fuck yeah, and then like just keeps walking forward.
All right, yes. This is a set of stairs that goes to a landing, 90-degree turns, and then continues upstairs.
Ah.
So if you all are going to continue on that, y'all would go over...
Allians.
All right, one at a time. I move you over this way.
I'm assuming we're not supposed to see everything here because we can see everything here.
Can you? Well, then that's just
Yep.
That's just roll 20 being retarded. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
That is roll 20 being really dumb. And
I'll pretend I don't see the zombie.
no, it's fine.
I don't...
Is it just me?
This
It's just you now.
Huh,
I
okay.
see everything.
no, everybody should be. You moved to the east.
I don't see it.
Do you see the floor plan?
I see the floor plan.
Okay.
The whole
That's all we need.
Yeah. You shouldn't see it anymore either, Grelda.
I do not.
I don't see it anymore.
I don't, and I'm gonna. I have no idea where it is. I'm gonna act like I can do this. We're role players. All right. Door. I see a door.
Door. Which, east or west?
Next to it.
There's only the one that I'm next to. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Okay. That is... Okay, so as you open it, you see a large number of wooden planks, rope, and other repair supplies being stored here. The ceiling above sags noticeably. In several areas, patches of the sky can be seen through it.
I percepted the room.
Percept away.
Oh, I have an 11 of perception.
11?
Yep.
You can tell that some of the roof has been relatively recently repaired, but it looks like the job was started and then just stopped. And all of the tools to work on it are, like the boards and everything to fix the roof are what is in the room, but it just, like, it's the work started and then ended.
She says boring and continues.
All right, so as you open this door, you see stacks of old furniture, sheets, linens. There's a couple of boxes. Just like looks like a small storage room.
I percepted the room. 11.
11.
11.
Headed to help.
Okay.
And Icky percepts better.
Wouldn't take much.
16.
16. You notice just the boxes, crates, other bits of. You could tell that these are meant to be storage rooms, and they seem to be used for that purpose. There doesn't seem to be really anything interesting or of value.
Boring. Next door.
Give me a perception check. Same kind of thing. You see, tables stacked on top of each other, crates that are in some disrepair but don't seem to be smashed or anything.
I got a 6.
6?
Yep.
Yep.
No.
There's dust. You notice that.
Sanishi lumbers up and is like, "Is there a goblin in this one?" She takes a look too. And Sanishi percepts a 14 at it.
14. Sanishi notices there are no goblins in either of these rooms.
I will say I find it interesting how angry Grelda is very much like a very quiet Sanishi.
So Sanishi levies a very tired and frustrated and pretty much just done with all this look at Tarnin.
I do agree. This is all Tarnin's fault.
Is that what I'm hearing? You don't want to hear? You don't want to find out who killed your friend now? That's fine. You can go home then.
Man, guys, like, I want to find out. I just want to get him.
Yeah. Me too.
I haven't killed anything in so long. Ugh.
It's been literally minutes.
Literally.
Literally, like, I haven't killed anything since those ravens outside. Ugh.
And they were already dead. Does that even count?
Yeah, Sanishi would get into a deep philosophical conversation on that, if that even counts as a kill.
All right. Northern door.
I can tell you that you can open the northern door and the southern door, and you see much the same storage sheets thrown over them, but you don't find anything of interest in them.
Okay.
Do you want to just roll a couple of 20s and say, "Oh, look, we perceived and nothing happened"?
No, I'm just saving you the rolls.
Fantastic.
All right, and then southern door.
The ceiling of this room angles downward steeply, leaving only 4 feet of headroom to the southeast. A low cot and a dresser are the room's only furnishings.
Percepto?
Okay, percepto.
Mother,
I'll help.
please do.
I percept a 21.
21?
I got a 4. And I have a +3.
Thankfully, you're short, and he just peers over the top of you.
Yeah, pretty much.
So Tarnin does notice, like, looking around inside of it, this looks like the room of a head butler or a butler of the house would have lived here. You don't really notice anything else about that room. However, as you kind of lean back and relay this information to the group, you do hear a sudden and unmistakable, like, shriek of pain come from the north, and it just kind of echoes off the walls and then fades away.
Is Tarnin the only one who hears that?
No, everybody hears that.
Can Grelda determine whether or not that was the same voice that she heard crying below?
She can, and it is.
Oh. It's the crying woman. She's very helpful.
Should we,
He says, "Lead the way. I got your back."
Could I tell where it was coming from, or would I just go to the next door?
You can tell you would be able to tell that it was coming from north of your location with the way the echoes were. I wouldn't say you'd be able to tell exactly where.
Alright, next door.
Okay.
What's up?
I was going to say, if somebody yells in the house, you kind of know if it came from the room right next to you in the north, or down the hall in the north, or...
I would say, because you both were kind of in the doorway, you would know that it came from a room to one of the rooms to the north of you, one of the 3 doorways that you hear.
Not the one she's standing right next to now.
When you both heard the shriek, you were at the end of the hall, so all you would have been able to tell is that it came from one of the doors to the north. There were 3 at the time, so it was one of those 3.
Also, my perception was really low, so I'm pretty sure I would not have been able to tell which door I was.
Fair. Kick the door.
Kicky, kicky, door.
Kicky. A desk and a chair sit in the middle of this drafty room, Chimneys rise to the west, while in the east, 2 intricate stained glass windows are set into the wall. The northern window depicts a dark-haired woman with pale skin, large green eyes, and a black and red gown. With both hands, she wields a jagged iron staff. The southern window's lower half has been broken and patched with canvas. What remains of its upper half depicts a handsome man dressed in regal finery and a crown of ivory and jade on his head. Small scorch marks mar the wood near the broken window. A battered and ruined telescope lies on its side near the desk, and a large trapdoor in the roof has been tied shut with several lengths of rope.
Ooh, trapdoors are fun.
Woof.
I percept the room.
Percept away.
Thank you. 18.
Oh, nice.
Much better. Much improved.
Yeah, go with hers. I got a 12.
All right. You can tell, like, as you're looking around, your eye go to the half-broken stained glass window, and you can tell that there seems to be that this stained glass window actually seems to depict 2 people, both of whom seem to be wizards from your experience. Wizards. And you can also tell, you look up at the trap door that's tied with rope, and you can see that it's actually sagging downward, but it's not wet, like there's not watermarks on it. So you're able to figure out that it is sagging downward from weight as opposed to like being waterlogged.
Which of the windows had... I'm sorry, go ahead.
Where's the trapdoor again? Over the desk?
It is... I would say to the north of the desk.
Okay. I will look at Grove and say, I'd like to check it out, but if we're looking for this screaming woman and there's nobody in here, do you really think it came from up top?
I feel like we would know if it came from above us and to the north, right, Sean?
Yes, it was on the same floor as you, that's for sure.
I agree. So
Yeah,
I'll
so
check out
Geralda-
the floor later. Trey.
Yeah, Geralda points out it says it's not going anywhere. Which of the windows had the 2 people? Was it the broken one or the non-broken one?
The broken one.
Okay. She does point at that and say 2 people just to see if... I know, both Icky and Geisen have had an interest in the windows. And we're moving pretty quickly, so she's not angry at the team.
Icky has like a kind of cursory interest in it, but he doesn't know enough about it to really, have an in-depth curiosity. He's like, that's weird. I don't really get it, though.
I think Geisen will probably... hold on, let me double check.
Do you guys want to take...
Geisen will actually do an investigation and go physically inspect the broken window.
If Geisen is looking at the windows, I will actually have Geisen roll a history check for me.
History?
Yep.
Oh, man.
So, quick question, Sean, while he does that.
Yeah.
Is the woman portrayed Aisha? I can't remember if her eyes were green in the picture you showed.
Yes, they are.
You should have access to that handout, actually.
Really?
Yeah, if you look at...
the little waffle to bring it out, and then there should be the newspaper or the journal. I don't know all the handouts that it shows you guys, but
I don't know where the waffle is. I'm not sure what a waffle is.
On the upper right hand corner, it brings in the side with like the chat window and everything like that.
Yep, I see the chat window.
Oh, yeah, there should be tabs across the top. There's a chat tab,
Yep.
a picture tab, and a journal tab. It looks like a newspaper.
Got it.
And all the handouts that I've given you guys should be on there.
Her eyes look blue, though.
I would say they're green.
Okay. I would listen to you because you know the plot.
Okay.
Is the ringing part of someone, or is that the background music?
That's the background music.
Okay, all right. So Gerda has already checked to see that the windows below us were part of the original construction.
Yes.
Are these also part of the original construction?
You would be able to tell that yes, because they would be they'd be put in the same fashion, in the same manner. So just by looking at the work, you'd be able to tell that they're also original.
Okay.
And then what did Geisen get?
Yeah.
He's got a 21.
21. Damn.
Yeah, he's got a +8 to investigation, physically invest.
No, what did he get for history check?
Oh, my bad. A 21 because he's got a +8 for history. Apparently, they both go off of intelligence, and they're both specialized. So he's got +8 on both of them.
Nice. All right. So he can. So Geisen, looking at both of these windows, he can tell that the northern window depicts the wizard Arasni. There we go. The harlot queen of Geb. He had heard of her. While the southern window depicts Socorro and his brother Socorra, the butchers of Carrion Hill. And he also knows that these two wizards were both able to turn themselves into liches hundreds of years in the past.
Is that like a werewolf thing? Can they turn back?
No.
Okay, alright.
No, once you turn into a lich, if you don't do well, pretty much die. Your soul gets lost.
Who needs them, right? I love
Yeah.
these in mine.
Once you go lich, you ain't no bitch.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, Grilla senses that the group is done and then moves on there.
All right, which door?
She points and allows Tarnin to choose.
Sasha side.
We go to the right.
Is it right?
Right.
Actually, the door to the right is locked. As you twist the handle, it does not open. You just jiggle it.
All
I
right.
back off.
Jiggle,
I know
jiggle.
he wants.
Left-hand side.
He loves him a good locked door.
The left-hand side.
Oh wait, he wanted to go to the other door. Okay.
The offhand side?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
All right.
She checked one, it's locked. So instead of switching places, he says, okay, we'll check it in a minute, see about the other one.
Okay, that door is unlocked. And as you open it, you see shelves of books line the walls of this room, interspersed with curious objects such as skulls fitted with stubs of candles, weird or odd tribal fetishes, and decorative scroll cases. An empty
His way to the front.
An empty bird cage lies near the southern wall beside a small desk and a fine leather chair. Statues and sculptures grin from all corners of the room.
Oh.
I personally love this room and want to know so much about it. Grelda, however, gives no shits. But she does percept at it, because she's been doing it the whole time.
Doing all kinds of touching the books and looking at them. Oh, he's got a 14.
14. All right, for future reference, I will tell you what skill to roll for.
Roger.
Just so you know.
I didn't roll that. Carry on.
No, I would tell you investigation. I was like, because like for the window, since he was trying to figure out what it was, it would have been a history check. Just so you know. So as he pours through the books, Grelda, roll your in perception as well, and I'll give you this after. As he picks through the books, he sees there are old accounts of safaris, expeditions, and odd excerpts from different chronicles. All seem to have been these seem to be personal books as opposed to books that have been purchased. And these all seem to bear the name.
I was gonna
Bear the
say,
name
bear
of
the 7-pointed star.
Yeah, no. These all bear the name handwritten on the side of Voral Foxglove.
Oh, that was a painting. Ching ching.
Yeah.
And so that was his investigation. He also notices that several dozen of the curious... Actually, what's your investigation, Grelda? Or what's your perception? I apologize.
Oh, thank God. Investigation would be terrible, but my perception is actually a 20 after I add my thing to it.
A 20? Oh, yeah. So that's
Yeah.
all Geisen notices about the books. They all seem to be journals, chronicles of expeditions and safaris to different parts of the continent, different parts of Varissia as in general. As Grelda looks around, you notice that there are several dozen curious fetishes and masks, but that seem to be from different tribes, new and old. But the most impressive piece is an old painting of a bullfight. The painting bears a plaque that reads, "The Throwdown in Swinetown." And in the painting, a vast crowd jeer and cheer as a bullfighter faces down a huge bull towering over him. Its crude forward jutting horns, each the length of a spear. Dozens of bodies lie in the street. The bull has clearly rampaged through all of them already, and although a score of brightly colored spears jut from the creature's back, it still rages on. And you are actually able to tell, as Grelda kind of brings Tarnan over, Tarnan is able to help you point out that this is an original work by a renowned Magnamarian artist named Anduzula. Oh, did we lose Grelda?
I mean, you can get these paintings for a pretty decent price.
I think we lost Tammy.
No, I'm still here, but I'm getting an error talking about my connection to the server being interrupted.
I have a similar error.
I see it.
So
I see it on mine as well.
Oh, okay, because sometimes, like, when I'm in a WebEx, if I turn off my video, then stuff like that magically goes away, so I just turn my video off to be safe. But if that wasn't the thing, then...
No, I think we're all getting that.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
All right,
So,
and in addition to that, with your perception, with that perception check, since you got a 20, as you're looking closely at this painting and you bring Tarnan over, you actually see just a little bit out of the corner on the side of it that there is a loose brick. Like, you can see that since you're looking so close and you're kind of looking into this painting, you're able to tell that it's just off from the rest of the wall.
Okay, two things. One, the Throwdown in Swinetown is the best name for a painting that I've heard this entire campaign. Two, Grelda looks at the brick and goes, huh, instead of touching it right away, in case Tarnan wants to actually do something with it.
Fair enough. Let's take a look. Tarnan inspects for traps, triggers, and easy ways to open it without destroying it.
Well, give me an investigation check.
You know what? Grelda helps, but you know what? Can I even help, Sean? Like, is that even legal?
I would actually, when it comes to looking for traps, I would say that Grelda does not have the background to be useful in this.
Okay. I mean, I feel like she would look, but she would probably be garbage at it. I don't know.
Well, you can't do much worse than a 7.
Oh, yeah, I don't know, sir. I have a -1.
Well, I can tell you that as you're kind of you don't move the painting, but you touch as lightly as you can, and it doesn't seem like there's anything odd about the brick other than the fact that it's not set in the wall with the rest of them. It seems to be able to be freely moved. It's a brick you could pull a brick out of the wall, but it doesn't seem, nothing else about it triggers anything for you.
Clearly, Turner was distracted trying to remember how much this artist was worth when he was in Magmar's fancy paintings and whatnot, and can't concentrate on what he should be concentrating on, and he pulls the brick out.
All right. So as you are distracted by this painting, you actually pull it away from the wall, you grab the brick, and you look at the painting, and in your mind, you're like, you see the artist, and you're like, I could easily get 200 gold for this on the right seller in Magnamar. As you're just you're looking at the painting, and you just pull the brick out of the wall without paying attention. And you see a small hollow beyond. It seems to be obviously a secret niche that was put in there some time ago specifically. There is a layer of dust inside of it, so it's obviously not been disturbed for decades.
Okay.
It still contains 3 stacks of coins worth 30 gold in all. You see 2 vials of a silverish liquid that when you reach and pick them up, they seem to like coat the side of it in residue when they're moved slightly. And a copper key.
Ooh, keys are nice.
And as you're doing this, Geisen continues to look at the bookcase, and he notices some nautical maps, some tribal cultures and history that weren't written by Voral Foxglove, in addition to the books that he saw before. So all that kind of happens at once.
Anything that copper key and 2 potions that look like what?
There's silver liquid, and they kind of coat the side of the bottle.
And I have a health potion, and we've all seen them, so they're not health potions, probably, right?
They do not look the same as the health potion.
Okay.
I will say that in this world, health potions generally look the same.
Okay.
You would be able to look at a vial and tell if it was a health potion because they bring the same benefits, so they would all have the same appearance, basically.
All right.
Okay, look, Grelda would like to disagree because alcohol can look the same and taste different and be completely different, but we're just going to let that ride for now.
Grelda's just having her old internal conflict with God right now.
Yeah.
Why do all health potions look the same?
These potions will end up going to Geisen for him to try to figure out what they are. Tarn takes the gold and the copper key and says, I'll divvy that out later. Let's go see what this key goes to. And walks across the hall, muttering to himself about his fence contact for the painting. 200 gold is 200 gold. I mean,
That's a lot of money.
Painting for me. I don't know. I got to work on that. But Tarn goes across the hall and tries the key in the locked door.
It does not unlock it.
He tries again with his keys.
Tarn can give his keys a shot.
For the love of... No, he can't. Well, he tries. He only gets a 13.
13? And once again, I think it's these locks are not from this general area. They must have been imported with the doors from somewhere a bit further away that you're not used to, so they're just throwing you off.
So I want to backtrack really, really briefly there.
Yeah.
Does Tarnan say that about the worth of the painting, like out loud, so that Grelda could hear it?
He did say it out loud, but it was quiet, so I'll let the DM decide that.
Because she was right next to him.
You were she was within 10 feet of you if you were walking out the door from one to the other, so I would say she would probably be able to hear it unless you were intentionally trying to hide it.
He wasn't intentionally trying to hide it. He just wasn't intentionally trying to say it.
Okay, then I'd say Grelda probably caught it. Hushed,
Okay,
but you caught it.
She doesn't say anything about it, but she does internally acknowledge that instead of taking this very valuable painting, he's continuing to look for the killer, and that increases her appreciation of him.
Which would be great if you knew that.
He doesn't. Nope, she says nothing.
Is this like Dragon Age, where you just like see the thing pop up in the corner, like friendship with Tarnan
Pretty
increased?
Much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Plus
the
3
fuck
Tarnan.
Grelda hears a ding and just like sees floating words.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Okay, so yes, Tarnan tries to pick the lock, and it's you can get a couple of the tumblers, but you can't seem to get them all.
He sighs a little bit in frustration. Grelda, would you do the honors, please?
With pleasure. Please roll high.
Give me a strength check.
So bad. Oh, please roll high. Damn it.
I would say
9.
9. I would say that if you smack it once with your shoulder and don't get it, that Sanishi would either hit it herself or help you so you could hit it again.
I was going I was readying Sanishi. I was readying my Sanishi headcanon for like how she's just gonna get sick of this and throw herself at the door. And
all right, then give me a strength check for Sanishi.
Yeah.
All right. We're not using any of the dice that have been failing Icky.
Mine have been ups and downs all night.
Oh God. I'm sorry.
No.
All right. Now let's see. A strength check.
Yes.
Where? Why do I not see additional skills? Maybe.
No, it's at the way top.
Oh, okay. Because I'm dumb. Right. Oh, okay. So +5. That's not so bad. 13.
13? Okay. And before we do that, actually, we have not done the inspiration cards yet.
Oh, wow. Look, I'm gonna click it. I'm clicking it. I'm drawing one card. I'm gonna do it.
I'm giving. There we go. And Icky and Tarnin get an additional one. Oh, Tammy already has hers. Okay, well, you have yours, and then I just dealt you one. So, Tammy, you can choose to keep the one you have or take the one I just dealt you.
Can I read it before I choose?
Yes.
Okay.
I thought.
Why do they get it? Oh, they get additional ones because they're other characters. Yeah. La la la. I know things.
Oh, I can do this. Didn't realize I'm
Oh.
trade.
Where do those show up?
Above your picture, above your video feed, like on the top left, you'll see like a white inspiration card.
So I thought there was nothing you could hand me that would make me give this one up, Sean. I'm not gonna lie. The one that I had was Feint, which is use after missing an attack, reroll the attack with advantage, which is really nice.
Okay.
But the one you just dealt me was choose an enemy. You have advantage against them until the enemy is hit by anyone but you.
Oh, wow. Oh, that is. Yeah.
So.
Oh, and Icky has 3.
No.
Why does Icky have 3?
I don't know.
Tarnin has 4.
Tarnin has 4.
Oh, right. So Icky, pick. Nate, pick 2. Bill, pick 2. And I will take the ones that you don't want.
Okay, I will keep the 2 that I'll the one that I was going to trade to Bill, I'll throw away.
Let me see if I can. Oh no.
You can guess if you. Just
no, I can
cards,
see it. I can see all
one.
of your guys' cards. I'm just trying to see if I can.
Yeah, Bill. The card I just drew is Skeleton Key. Use on a sleight of hand check to have advantage, or take an automatic 20 if proficient in sleight of hand.
If you have a notepad, if you write that down, because I can't give the card to you for whatever reason.
I can trade it to him.
Oh, then you can trade it to him if that's what he wants.
Yeah, here.
If that's what he decides he wants, you can absolutely give that to him.
Okay, Sean?
Yes.
I'm actually not going to take the one that you gave me because I'm going to bet on my team hitting more than I am myself missing.
Okay.
So I'm going to keep the one that I had in my hand.
All right, yes. If you guys want to give your cards to another player, you are free to.
How do I do that? Do you just drag and drop it?
Yeah, drag and drop it onto the video.
Oh, cool.
Oh, there you go. And then anybody can take it?
Yeah. Tarnin is still undecided on our trade, so...
The all-powerful DM is also undecided on my trades. So,
Except
there you went. Okay.
That,
But it still shows.
All right,
Oh,
so...
and give me another one. Why don't want another one?
What? I don't show you
have
having any cards.
I show myself having one. Oh, shoot. It said I could steal it. I don't want to steal it. No, don't steal. I can't. Good. Denied. That's what I wanted to see.
So how do I keep that one card and give the others back?
Tell me if you tell me which ones you want to give away, and I will just take them.
Okay, so I'm keeping the skeleton key
Okay.
and the face me.
And the face me? All right, then I will take... All right, you might... Is anything popping up for you? Saying, like...
Yeah, steal request.
Yeah, just accept it. There you go. There we go. And let me take that one, too. All right. So you've got 2, one for you, one for Geisen. Icky, you've got 2, one for you, one for Sanishi. There we go. All right, now back to the door. You rolled a 13, right?
yes.
for Sinishi, so she should be up next to the door with Grelda
Yes.
right behind her.
So Shinichi she slams into the door, and you can see that there are watermarks around the edges where it connects to the wall. And the whole door doesn't break down, but like half of it kind of bends in enough for the rest of you to kind of like, it takes a couple extra minutes, but you're able to whittle it away enough that you can walk over it. It's not pretty. It's probably the least pretty door opening you've done. But it does open. You are immediately hit with a cold and damp feeling from this room, more so than any of the other rooms you've been in so far. An old armoire stands near the east wall. The ceiling slopes down to only 4 feet high in the northeast, leaving little room for what is only a small window. In a full-size mirror, in a dark wooden frame of coiling roses leans against these bricks, angled towards the tiny window. And in front of this small mirror, staring at it, is a hunched over woman in a long blue dress with dark black hair coming down over her face, and she's hunched, and you can see her shoulders move as she is just whimpering, just crying. And she's looking into the mirror, but because of the angle and the way her hair is, you can't see her or her reflection in the mirror because it's angled away from you. But she is staring into this mirror and just sounds tormented.
Icky is uncomfortable and is gonna just stay quiet for now. Sinishi. Sinishi's the first one in the room, isn't she?
Yep.
Yep.
It is.
Sinishi takes a look back. Can she see Tarnin behind her?
Yeah.
Yes, because he was he should be third closest.
Okay. So she looks back at Tarnin, kind of gives him a "You gonna stop me?" look, or are you going to tell me what I should be doing right now? Look.
All Tarnin says is, it's not a goblin.
So Sinishi goes up and says, kind of like takes a few steps towards the lady and says like, "Hey, lady."
No reaction. She just continues, her shoulders just moving as she just sobs and whimpers.
So Sinishi kind of like takes another little step forward, like sniffs the air. Does she smell anything that like?
Give me a
anything
perception check.
All right.
Grelda will also percept if that's okay.
That is all right.
Hot damn.
Sinishi percepts a 14.
All right, what does Grelda percept?
I'm pretty sure I know what brand of underwear this lady's wearing.
None.
22.
22? All right, well, Sinishi doesn't smell anything. She does notice, again, that it's far colder and far more damp in this room than it has been anywhere in this house so far. Grelda, you do notice that as you kind of move around, you're able to see like just the hint of this woman's eyes, and they seem to be locked on her reflection in the mirror, unblinking, just staring at it. Like through the hair that's over her face, you can just see glints of her eyes from the light shining in the window.
Does she smell like the ravens?
No. You don't smell anything off of her at all. Nope, that didn't mute
I
it.
should smell something. She's there physically, right? Like
You see this woman in the room with you, but you don't smell perfume. You don't smell the decay you were looking for.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fair enough. That was a really good perception roll, and all I got is she likes.
Yeah. Hey, is she there?
There's not always a ton to notice.
No. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying like I don't know the word for narcissist to tell it to the team, but that's all I got.
Alright, Tarnin moves a little closer. Not seeing any reaction, he kind of clears his throat loudly. Ma'am, are you in distress?
Still
She's
get.
wearing a dress. Yes, it's blue.
She is not in distress. She's in dat dress.
You're in that dress. I ain't
I'm
in that
sorry.
dress.
I'm sorry.
She you get no response.
Maybe she doesn't like distress.
Clearly, she does not.
But you don't get any reaction to any of your movements, any of your words.
Sanishi goes up and grabs her by the shoulder.
Yep.
All right, as Sanishi reaches over, her hands just go right through her.
Oh, that's exciting.
There's no like mist parting or anything, but it's just she looks like she's there. Sanishi reaches, and her hands just come up with nothing. And the woman still does not give a reaction to what is happening.
Cast detect magic.
Hold on. Let
Roland
me
very
read detect magic really quick.
I don't. If it's not. If it's. Yeah, okay.
I would say that nothing comes up. Reading detect magic, I would say that nothing comes up.
What does Geisen perceive? Or what does Geisen think? I mean,
Give me an Arcana check for Geisen.
uh-oh. Arcana. 13.
13? Seeing what he's seen, do you mention the lack of magic ping?
Hold on. Yes, he does.
He does? Okay. So Tarnin tells the group that there's nothing magical about her.
It's not an illusion.
Seeing that, seeing the hands going through it, Tarnin walks up, kind of looks at her, and knows that it's most likely some kind of apparition.
Point of order. If Tarnin saw hands go through it, he would not walk up to go play with it.
I didn't say he went up and touched it. He's walking into the room around. Because right now he is on the board in the other room, so he's walking into the room to join you. Kind of looks around it and notices that most likely it's an apparition, a ghost, a leftover spirit imprint. And he also does know about this kind of apparition, that it is usually tied to an object in some fashion. What was that?
So Geisen mentions that out loud.
You're playing him. I'm just telling you what he knows.
Okay. Geisen mentions that this type of apparition is probably tied to an object nearby.
Is it the key?
Could be the mirror, perhaps.
Well, that would make sense, Tarnin says. Sanishi, move the mirror over here once.
Wait, why don't we just leave her be and not do anything?
Why don't I just break the mirror?
I was waiting for it. I knew it was coming.
Whoa. This creature, Geisen says, this creature is obviously tied to something. Perhaps we can learn something about what's going on here. Yeah, Tarnin says. That's kind of what I'm getting at.
It's like Jill is still with us.
I know. It's like she's here.
Okay. She grabs the mirror, moves it over closer to the door by like 5 feet.
Oh, as soon as she grabs the mirror and begins to turn it so this woman is no longer looking at her reflection, she immediately stops sobbing. Like the sobbing just instantly turns off. And she just stands there hunched. And then she begins to look around the room at all of you. And you can see, I mean, I think this is a very apt description. The girl from The Ring, coming out of the teeth, like as she like the way her hair is over her face, so you can just make out what's through it. She's just like looking at all of you, something like that, and just like stop sobbing and just who are you? What are you doing in my house?
We heard screams. We heard crying. Are you okay?
No, I am not okay. I was mistress in this house until he killed me.
Who?
The Skinsaw man.
Does he have a name?
That is his name.
Can you describe what he looks like?
He has ratty clothes and a white mask. And he took over for my husband.
He took over
My
what
beloved.
for your husband?
Everything. My husband was a businessman, or so he said. And then the Skinsaw man took over.
Is there anything else you can tell us about him so that we can find him?
Who?
The Skinsaw man.
You should be quiet. He's still here in this house. If he hears noise, he will kill again.
What if he hears a noise like a monkey screaming?
Just hypothetically.
I forgot about that.
Like, just
He
throwing that out there.
Then he may already know you're here. He killed me. He killed my beloved.
So
Grelda
he's
steps
still alive.
forward. Oh,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Grelda steps forward and like she's very like showing sympathy, any emotion other than anger for like the first time in quite a while, and asks, "How did he kill you?"
He was so angry. He found us in the library. We were only talking. It was one of the carpenters working on the house. I did nothing wrong. He wouldn't let me leave. I wanted to get help for him. He was sick. So sick. I was asking the carpenter to bring help. And he flew into a rage. It was like it wasn't him. And that's when I first saw the Skinsaw man. And then I was here.
Does Skinsaw man look like your husband?
Like my husband changed. I noticed bits and pieces of Aldern in him, but it wasn't him anymore. He was gone.
Aldern Foxglove was your husband.
Yes, he was my beloved.
And just to be absolutely clear, Alder Foxglove, your husband, murdered you.
He was not who he said he was. My beloved. He did things, bad things. He killed many people. He said he was away on business, but his only business was death. And it changed him not just inside, but outside too.
What is your name?
My name is Aisha. Aisha Foxglove. I was mistress in this house until...
Do you know how long ago you died?
Time is strange now. I don't know how long I've been here.
Is there anything that Grella would, other than the letter to Icky, and the fact that we think that Foxglove might be involved, like, is there anything to make her think that this is potentially the same person who killed her friend?
Not from what she's heard so far, other than just killing. I would say nothing specific has been mentioned, so other than just the fact that it was a killer.
Aisha, I'm not trying to cause you more pain. But if you're willing to talk about it a little bit more so we can try to track him down. Can you go back to when he flew into the rage? Even if it wasn't him, something changed him. How did he act? What did he do? What did he have in his hands? How did he attack you? What was it he did that killed you and brought you here?
It was in the library, downstairs. He grabbed it was a bookend, one of the ones I've had since I was a child with...
Is this the bookend? Please, Sinishi, pull out the... No, is it Grella who has it?
I don't have it. I threw it back in the... I picked it up. It was a butterfly-winged fairy person.
But it was Sinishi who picked it up and kept it, I thought.
No,
Nobody kept it.
I picked it up and then I threw it back away because it wasn't interesting.
Is this a bookend?
But she continues.
He picked up the bookend. I've had it since I was a child. It was a fairy with angel wings, and he struck me and the carpenter. He was so angry. I asked, I begged, I pleaded, but it was like what little was left of Aldern just left.
You said that he was changed and that he had killed many. How do you know he killed many? Did he tell you about that?
I heard conversations between Aldern and another man in his study. He would lock the door, but I heard many people talking, different voices. They talked about turning people into art and sacrificing souls for his mistress. He needed...
Geisen piped up and said, did he say names or locations?
I did not hear any names, just that he would take his time. The other man, the Skinsaw man, would take his time and turn them into art.
What kind of art?
He had a long, large razor, and all he said was he would use their chest as his canvas and make his art.
That seems like a correlation.
Yep. Definitely a correlation.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I know you've been here a while, Aisha, but where would he go if not here? Either one of them, the Skinsaw Man or Aldrin.
Aldrin is my beloved. I cannot betray him.
We're not asking you to betray him. Uh-oh.
Right, but he is your beloved and you're dead. The only way that he can interact with you anymore is if he's dead too. How else can we help you and him be together again?
You know what? Give me a persuasion check.
That's what I'm going for, baby.
Oh.
Plus, what is it? Persuasion?
Persuasion.
Don't wait, that's the wrong character. Okay, it's only a 19.
19?
I thought I had a better one.
She sways.
Would you say she persuades?
Ah. She still she still hasn't actually made eye contact with anybody, but she just sways and this Skinsaw man, he's in the basement in Voral's old laboratory.
That will do nicely, dear. Thank you.
Is there anything we need to know to visit?
Be careful. The Skinsaw man is dangerous, and he's killed many, and he will kill you.
Where's your husband? Where's Aldrin?
Aldrin is dead. Aldrin is no more.
We saw him just a few days ago. How can you be sure this is true?
It is only the Skinsaw man now.
I understand.
Sounds like we have a Skinsaw man to take care of.
That Tannen comes up and squeezes Girl down the shoulder. I'm sorry your friend is dead. I know the pain of loss. I need you to keep your head while we go find this guy. Can you do that?
Personally, I feel the urge to give you a very, very non-good response, which is not great. But Grelda nods her head, turns to the ghost lady, and says, "The Skinsaw man has taken someone from us that we care about as well. We will go kill him now."
I wish you luck. May he not take your souls as well.
All right. So Grelda begins to move back downstairs.
All right. It's 9 o'clock. I'm gonna take a couple minutes.
Because that is a well-rehearsed maneuver. Getting the cat right up in front of the camera and be like, "Here,
Oh.
like that was,
Okay.
yeah, like he's so cute." I mean, Tiny looks good too. I was talking about Bill.
Tiny is clearly like loving
Okay.
this whole standing on the keyboard thing. There we go. Oh, cat butt. You know, just for everyone. Who
Oh,
doesn't love a good cat butt, huh, Tiny?
everybody needs a little bit of cat butt in their lives.
Can you turn around so they see your nicer end? Yeah, that's better.
Like that is what I'm showing them. Thank you very much.
This is the nicer end. What are you talking about?
This is the nicest end.
This is the only end that matters. Alright, Tiny. Looks like we're about to get started again. You gotta go. You gotta go. No more fishes.
Smile.
Oh,
What?
your camera is so
Oh.
shitty, Bill. Oh,
It's a puppy.
look at you, pupper.
Like a dog.
You sit
Oh, very good.
Oh.
belly. Belly.
Oh,
Good.
I wish to pet the belly.
Well done.
This is good, Billy. Yes.
Is prime belly. Real estate. I wish to live there.
Yes.
I'm going to send the condominium on this Billy.
Alright, Tiny, that's all the treats you're gonna get, Peanut. That's it, no more.
All right. Is everybody ready?
Alright,
I don't
let me
know.
remove
I
cat.
could use a little bit more of that belly, but I guess I can get on. I can go on.
If I have to.
It's fine, you're fine.
All right. So we left off with everybody leaving the room.
LaRue, was he playing?
La Rue. Leaving La Rue.
All right.
Happy to be there.
So Captain Creepy Man
Captain Creepy Man.
is downstairs, huh?
Well, was.
According to Captain Creepy Mistress. Is it okay to leave her and her creepy mirror in there? Is that the quality of your video is like,
Oh, man.
I can't tell what that's supposed to be. Is
I
that
think it's supposed to be an alive dog and not a dead dog.
is that your penis? I mean, like,
Really? You can't tell from this one and the other one I sent you? You can't tell the difference. Really? Never mind. All right. I was trying to.
I honestly could not make out.
I think it was supposed to be
It was
Ruby
an
on her
upside down
back.
dog twisted into a pretzel.
Chasing her tail without walking. She's on her back chasing her tail.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Well, it was all but impossible to tell from your
Fine, I'll
webcam
show you
image.
some other time.
Your
What he could
connection.
make out was adorable, though.
I'm glad that this seems to work better for you as far as getting into the map, but your webcam is orders of magnitude worse.
Really? He seems about the same as you.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I mean,
I don't know.
point.
I do. Huh. Okay.
I will say Roll20 is not the best thing in the world for video quality.
Fair.
I think
to me,
just
everyone seems about the same.
yeah, and that's it. You guys all seem relatively similar to me as well when it comes to
Okay.
quality. I think it's just the way it has to compress it just kind of kills. 'Cause, I mean, I've got a 4K 30 frames a second camera and it does not look like it.
No, it doesn't. You
No.
still like jitter sometimes
Yeah,
when you move.
and that's what I mean. I just think Roll20 just has to compress the video down to be able to send everything out through to a web browser. That it just doesn't make too much difference. All right, so you guys left the
Anyway.
room. You're walking
Yep.
out of the room.
Yep.
Go.
Grilla goes first for reasons. And until you stop me, I'm gonna slowly make my way back towards
If you
the
tell me where you want to go, I can move you. I just didn't know if you were making any stops on the way.
Main floor.
Oh right, we were gonna do that up the thingy and the thing. Do we still want that? We know the guys in the basement.
Oh yeah, no, we should check. We gotta check that out.
We can check
that-
the thing out after we check the basement.
We could, but yeah.
I'm not saying we should. I'm just saying we could. Tarnan,
We
you're
could.
the leader. Do eat.
Though I do want to check it out, I feel that if we know currently he is in the basement, and he is wanted for the murder of at least a friend who I didn't know him very well, but he's, you know what? Let's go kill this son of a bitch, or catch him, or whatever we're gonna end up doing with him. Let's go get him.
Justice.
Grilla commences the murder walk.
All right, so you're going back down to the main floor.
Hi.
All right, so you're going back down to the upper floor first, around, and then back down to the main floor. So in that case, well, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. In that case, put everybody together and move you all. Whoa, there's arrows. Ooh, I like that.
What?
Sorry. All right.
What kind? Are they for a short bow? I'll take them.
I see what you did there.
All right, I moved everybody back to the first floor. Back to where they would come down from the stairs.
There's lighting things now.
Oh, I need to move my count. Here.
There you go.
Look at.
Can you do that thing where you move us intentionally, Sean?
I can if you want.
I would. I cannot see where you are.
You go up. Oh, wait, I get it.
Oh, I got it. Okay, cool.
Cuckoo.
All right, so that basically takes you back to the first floor. You had gone upstairs.
Yeah, we checked this whole area, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this would be a point where if someone wanted to idly look at the windows, they could, I guess. But otherwise, we're just going to keep going.
What I think that at this point, Geisen's at least curiosity would be piqued that he'd want to take a at least one thoughtful glance at them before while we're here.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that.
All right. Then give me a Arcana check for Geisen.
I think that you should go ahead with the woo-doo-doo-doo check.
Can you give me a check?
It's got a 13.
A 13 check. All right. 13 Arcana check.
Yeah.
Then he notices. Okay, so just to remind you, the windows depict a monster rising out of smoke, pouring from a 7-sided box. From north to south are depicted a gnarled tree with an enraged face, an immense hook-beaked bird with sky blue and gold plumage, a winged centaur-like creature with a lion's lower body and a snarling woman's upper torso, and deep blue squid-like creature with evil red eyes. Geisen is able to tell that the runes on the box in the stained glass window are necromancy related, and the monsters seem not to be emerging from the box, but actually being drawn into it, and their snarling visages express not rage, but fear. And putting this together what he saw with what he saw upstairs, they are absolutely connected, and they seem to be steps in very important steps in the process to becoming a necromancer, in order from the attic to the second floor, going down. I'm sorry, from the second floor. Yeah, no, because there was one in the attic. I'm sorry. The necromancer's on the second floor, the pieces in the attic, the different necromantic materials needed. This seems to be talking about a process, the steps. So it seems as though as you go down the house, you are stepping further into the process of becoming a lich.
As Grelda's player, I would like to point out that I'm definitely not taking notes on how to become a necromancer for Grelda later.
She's already a necromancer. I mean...
Well, is it a necromancer or a lich? We're getting mixed signals here.
Well...
I've heard both.
Necromantic magic is the base...
Lich?
Well, necromancy is the base for becoming a lich. That is the school of magic that one would delve into.
Gotcha.
All necromancers... No, all liches are necromancers, but not all necromancers are liches.
That is exactly what I'm saying.
Okay, Grelda's ready to just keep going.
Come on.
Door! Kick! Boom! Shaboom!
That is actually the one that went upstairs, I believe.
Is it? It looked like it went down. Okay.
No, that went up. That
Alright,
one
door,
goes
kick,
down.
Shaboom.
That one goes down.
This one goes down.
This one. Alright, then...
And I know it wasn't the only one. I recall there was a second stairwell that went downstairs, but this one.
No,
was
there were
closest.
2 that went upstairs.
Oh, I thought there was a second one that went down as well.
Nope. There was a
Okay.
spirally one that went upstairs, and there is the one that you went that went upstairs.
And if I recall, the phone that called the screaming monkey was on this wall.
Yes. It is the one that right next to where Geisen is.
Yeah,
Was.
was.
Alright, hold on.
Because now he's dead.
Then you are going to go to the southwest. And I can drag you down there in just a second.
Ooh.
Hey, there you go. It looks like it's working correctly on this particular section of it.
Yes, I definitely have field of vision.
Sweet.
All right.
Girl,
Trying to
steps
pull out his
forward.
bolt.
What was that?
Tarnin pulls out his bow.
Okay. Grilled
What am
steps
I doing?
forward.
I'm sorry, never mind. He pulls out his daggers.
Daggers.
Jaegers.
Yeah, the daggers.
Dagger.
All right, so as you come down the stairs, move out, you see... Let me make sure that everybody can see that.
Is it beavers? They look like beavers.
There are lots of beavers.
Just angry beavers all the way in the
That was a good show. All right, so you see a large oaken table, its surface covered with moldy stains and rat droppings, sitting in the corner of a large kitchen. Shelves line the walls, and an oversized fireplace dominates the northeast portion of the room. The shelves in the southwest wall are in a much greater state of disarray, and 2 1-foot-wide cracks in the wall near the floor lead south into the earth beyond the basement walls.
1 foot wide?
1-foot-wide cracks in the wall.
Yeah, girl ain't fitting in that shit. I percepted the room.
Somebody should put Geisen on their shoulders just to be safe.
Wow.
Not it. May I
you'll do
percept,
it.
good sir?
You may. There we go.
Just checking to make sure my math's right. 15.
15?
Yep.
You can see that the 2 cracks in the walls actually seem to be... They weren't originally, but it seems that they've been used by something as a tunnel, because you see that they actually go through to another room. They seem to go forward and kind of curve. You also notice that in the cupboard near the oven, as you search that, you see a very fine silver dinner set with an exceptionally large silver salver and a dozen crystal decanters.
Is there anything in the decanters?
There is not,
Oh,
but
there's a plate.
you also do notice a small clay urn that's almost seems to be, it's in a small nook. So it almost seems like it was trying to be hidden, but without too much effort. And inside of it, you see it's stuffed with dried pine cones and 3 small violet garnets.
Garnet, the gemstone?
The gemstone, yes.
Yeah, wasn't sure if it's like garnet or garnets.
Quick appraisal.
If you hand him to Tarnin and he kind of looks at him, you would notice that if you were to buy them in a store, they'd be worth about 100 gold apiece.
How many were there?
3?
Anyone have offense to me taking him to offense?
That was beautiful, sir. Just so you know.
Totally unintentional, but
Sure it was.
you said 3, correct?
Yes.
Girl is busy kind of like looking down those holes, and you don't seem to be wasting time, so she does not take offense at your desire for offense. All right.
One more time. How much were they again?
100 apiece.
Thank
If you were to buy them in a store, it'd be 100 apiece.
And we all know the price you pay when you buy it is not the price you get when you sell it.
Well,
Depends on who you know.
Tarnin would know that if you...
The answer is no.
Yeah, and I have to admit that when you said, like, oh, we're looking in this nook, I got a little triggered.
Same. It's true.
Like, I wasn't going to say anything, but since Tammy has now mentioned Tom Nook by name, I'm like, yeah, no, I was triggered.
Okay, so there is a door closest to us, so that is the one that I will approach with intent.
All right.
And pause to give time.
We're in the basement. We're not in the tent.
Is you opening it?
I am if no one stops me in the next 3
Nope,
seconds.
I'm encouraging her. She looks over at me.
Door open.
2 bunks stand in this room, relatively free of dust and mold. A single chair lies on its side between them.
I know you're all gonna be shocked, but I'm gonna percept this room too.
What? No.
I know. Try and contain your shock and horror.
Go ahead and roll twice.
Oh, let me grab
What do you
the
want me
second
to
dice
roll?
then. Do you want big sparkles or small sparkles?
Big sparkles.
Big sparkles. You win, but I'm still really crappy. 11.
You can tell that this would be a room where kitchen staff would have lived, considering its placement. It seems like there are new boards. It seems like it was attempted to be fixed up more recently, but that attempt was abandoned, and you see, like, gnaw marks and rat droppings scattered throughout the room.
So, Grelda pats Sasha. Rats. Boring. And then we just move on to the next nearest door, which by my estimation is this one.
All right.
For reasons.
2 wine racks line the walls here. Their shelves empty and dusty. Mounds of broken glass bottles clutter the floor.
Grelda clutches her heart. If she had pearls, she would clutch the pearls. I percept the room as I do.
I will assist.
All the perception.
Big sparkles again?
Yes.
You win again. 11.
11?
Yep. I'm gonna start doing this one dice at a time if I don't start getting better rolls.
I'll just roll next time.
Yeah.
You do notice, actually, all you find is just the broken bottles on the floor. Like, you're able to pick them up and see that the labels, the ones you can read, seem to be wine from the famed Vigardius vineyard in distant Chiliax.
Could you spell that for me, please?
Vigardeis. Vigardius vineyard in distant. It's in Chiliax. Cheliax. It's a different continent than Varissia.
Would Grelda have heard of this vineyard before?
Yes, it's a very famous and well known throughout the entire world of Golarion.
Then she would actually take a few moments to do like an actual check of the room for anything that might have survived.
Then give me an investigation check.
That sucks so bad. My investigation is horrible.
If anybody else wants to help or do it themselves.
With the investigation, because he's into that with the,
with the bourbon balls.
He loves him some bourbon. I'm gonna let him roll his own.
Of course.
14.
You win.
I have a -1, good sir.
You still won.
All right.
Unfortunately, you both spend a couple of minutes looking around and you don't find anything more than you've already found.
Grelda could cry, and so she moves to the next room.
Once a pantry, this room has become a filthy, reeking lair of what must be hundreds, if not thousands, of rats. Swaths of fur cling to everything, and mounds of rat droppings, feet high, cover the floor.
Do I notice anything immediately upon opening the door, or is that it? Just as a...
Well, you notice the smell, you notice what I described, but that's it.
Okay. She's basically just gonna shut the door and go, lots of rats, and then wait to see if anyone's like, well, let's keep going. If not, she's just gonna let that door be closed.
Yep. I'm tempted to burn it, but we're not done with the building yet, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's not just go starting fires all willy-nilly again.
All the fires, all the time.
I thought that was what we did. We just, we're done.
Oh wait, that was the only other door. Oh no, there was another
No,
one down
there's...
here. Okay. Yep, there's one more. Come here, go through the door, Grelda. Come here, Peanut. There you go. So she does go down to the last remaining door. She's
Okay.
aware she didn't see everything in there, but like, that's a lot of rats.
She's
And
in a
not here
hurry.
to kill rats. She's
You
here
s-
for something else.
She sees a long hallway, about 30 feet, and it curves 90 degrees to the north at the end.
What the fuck? I percept at the hallway.
All right.
Did you roll twice or just once?
Just once. 14.
Turn will help. 12.
12. You don't notice anything other than a normal hallway.
I keep going down it then. I find another door and I wish to kicky that door.
About it. All right.
Oh, this should not kick it, icky.
Icky.
That's later.
Oh.
Oh, actually.
Open the door!
No, the door is actually locked
Ah, damn it.
and made of iron.
Oh my.
And while patches of rust mar its face, you can tell it remains quite stout. Like this door is no joke.
I am not laughing at the door while I mentioned to Tarnan that it is locked.
Hold that thought a second.
This is a serious fucking door. We lost an entire player who was playing people.
All right, well I'm gonna refill my drink. Actually,
All right.
Fair enough.
Oh,
All right.
have some water.
Sorry about that.
How dare you?
I'm
How
just
now,
concerned about how
brown
you're
cow?
afraid of the door, that's all.
Gunfire in Lake Mills is very rare. And for it to be followed up immediately by sirens in the distance is also very rare. So I had to check.
I'm glad you did. Is everything
Fair.
swimmingly okay?
They're going away from me, so I'm comfortable.
Okay.
Anyway, carrying on. Wish me luck.
Geralda wishes him luck, but cannot assist because she's garbage at this.
Good.
Does the wait a minute? How's that card work? Okay, so if it doesn't work,
Nope,
I get to use
never
the
mind.
card. If it does work, I can keep the card. Correct?
On a sleight of hand check, you have advantage or take an automatic 20. You can... Well, one, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to click steal, so you can cancel that. You can roll and then decide if you're going to use this card or not.
Okay, that's what I
Okay.
did. I rolled 5, which becomes a 15.
15. You try your lock picks again, but you seem to be having the same issue with every lock when it comes to opening it.
I try the copper key.
You pull the copper key out of your pocket, fit it into the door, and turn it, and you hear the rusty turn and then clang of a lock opening.
And now I step back and let girl to lead.
Oh, I am very happy to lead.
All right. This room looks to have once been some sort of an arcane workshop, although it now lies in ruins. A row of soggy books sits on the northern end of a workbench along the western wall. At the other end of the workbench, what looks like 3 iron bird cages sit, each containing a dead, diseased rat. To the east, 2 stained glass windows loom. The northern window depicts a thin man with gaunt features drinking a foul-looking brew of green liquid, while the southern one shows the same man, but in an advanced state of decay as if he had been dead for several weeks. His arms raised and head thrown back in triumph. His rotting body turns to smoke and spirals into a 7-sided box.
You know, when I think I'm going to decorate my house with a beautiful stained glass window, that is exactly what I want.
Right.
Guys, what do you see?
What do you see with your
What do your elf eyes see?
Yeah,
elf?
what are your
No,
Alright,
no,
if
what do you-
Geisen is...
gnome?
No eyes.
What do your gnome eyes see? All right. If Geisen is looking at the windows, have him give me an Arcana check.
Oh, sure. He's getting all the numbers. It's a natural 20, which for him is
Geisen always gets the numbers.
18.
An 18?
I'm sorry, a natural 20 becomes a 28.
28? Where did it go?
You can't possibly have any secrets left on these windows.
No, I mean, at this point, the windows know him.
Let's see. These windows depict the final transformation into a lich. Geisen can tell that this is showing a potion being brewed to catalyze the transformation, and then showing a new undead body bonding with the phylactery. And Geisen would know, with that roll, that a phylactery is what is used to house a lich's soul in order to protect the soul from the necromantic magic that is necessary to turn them from a human into a lich. And that is what is depicted on the windows, is the final step in the transformation from a man to a true lich.
Geisen shares that information, sounding a little bit odd. Yeah, Tarna says, let's not take notes on that right now. Let's find our quarry, shall we?
Grella says the only place left is the rat room.
That is not true. There is a door to your left.
What? Where? No, there's not.
Must be a secret door.
There it is. Yeah.
Oh, there
Sorry.
it is. It only shows up at certain angles.
Yeah, down here I only see what Icky and Sanishi can see.
Yeah, you all can most likely see yours and like one or two other characters' lines of sight.
It just, I can't see any door. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
it's right there.
Yeah, it's just the way the shadows go. I couldn't tell. Grella is standing at the door now, for anyone who cannot see it.
Yep, see it. Open a door.
Kicky, door.
A short hallway leading to another door.
She doesn't bother to percept the short hallway. She merely kickies the next door.
You see again, the hallway goes forward and there's a flight of steps that go down, curves 90 degrees, and then another flight of steps that go down.
Oh, we said going down. We said going down so fast.
Alright, piles of broken stone and dirt and a few ruined pickaxes line the edges of this room. The floor in the middle of the room has been torn up to reveal an ancient set of stone spiral stairs, obviously of much older construction than the surrounding basement, winding down into the bedrock below. A foul stink like that of rotten meat wafts up on a cold breeze from the darkness.
Did you say it smells like rotten birds or rotten footprints?
Have we smelt this rot before?
Yes, this is definitely, it is along the same lines as the footprints in the bird. You catch, it's not as strong, but you can definitely catch it.
Geralda tightens her grip on Sasha, but does not rush forward into a rage because she trusts Tarnan.
Tarnan will actually put a hand on her shoulder and says, "Let me look. You got my back this time?"
I got your back.
Tarnan sneaks forward.
By himself?
Forward.
All right, then
By myself.
give me a stealth check.
Wait, hold on. Wait, before you do that.
He's like, trying not to fall down the stairs.
I just want to point out that if Lars was here, he might want to use Ollivander.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm. We have been very neglectful of Ollivander.
He's just been perched on Geisen's shoulder the whole time, just chilling.
Are you sure he's not dead? I can't even keep track of this bird's death in life.
Something like, the owl can fly down the stairs. I can sneak down the stairs. The owl can see stuff and I can report it. I can go and report it. blah, 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 back and forth. I'm the leader. You're not. I'm a mage. I can do this. Now, shut up. I'm going to go. You know what?
I will tell you that Geisen would know that this is a relatively cramped stairwell, and Owlavander is a full-sized owl, so his wingspan alone would brush both walls.
Have you seen the legs on an owl? Those things can, like, walk down
The tiny little legs with the fluffy skirt.
Yes.
I'm just saying, like, Geisen would know that there is zero room for error if an owl were to try and fly in this cramped area.
And Owlavander drinks like a sailor, so...
He's like, are you implying
So this is not a wide open area. This is a very cramped spiral stairway.
Okay.
So he can absolutely do it, but Geisen would know that it would be.
So what you're saying is Geisen's not going to argue and turn and says, "No, I got this."
I don't believe that Geisen would use Owlavander in this particular situation.
Okay, just check it.
Remember, Shinichi, listen for my voice. I will tell you what I see.
Okay.
I haven't heard the lengthy sigh in quite a while, so Nisha is still with us.
All right, I rolled a 12, which becomes a 19.
Ooh.
19. All right, then you begin to go down the stairway very, very quietly, making little noise.
I dissipated.
You did. You are only visible to you.
And this is carved out of the natural rock. It seems to be part naturally occurring cavern, and part dug out.
And there are wolves here, according to the background music.
Yes, there are wolves in the basement.
Gotta hate those basement wolves.
Werewolves?
Basement wolves.
So after doing a quick look just around the staircase, making sure I don't see anything, it looks empty to me. Do you want me to roll anything?
If you want to give me a perception check, you are more than welcome to.
I will definitely do a perception check.
Grelda loves a good percept.
10.
10?
There's rocks. And stone.
There. It seems fairly quiet. Every once in a while, you hear something. Could be just like a rat shuffling around. You don't know. You just you catch it for a second, and then it's silence. And then you catch something, and it's silence, but you're unable to tell what it is. Could be a drop of water. Could be a small rat.
Shinichi, tell everyone to quietly come down to the bottom of the stairs.
Captain says to go downstairs quietly.
Do we need to pick an order, or can we just all assume we went downstairs?
There you go.
Bing! Alright.
Alright. Tarn's going to continue to sneak and head to the west.
Okay.
Slowly.
You go northy westy or southy westy?
Southy westy. All right. It's a very thin hallway. It might be even less than 5 feet between the sides.
Does it look like Shinichi and Grelda will fit in there with their armor?
Yes.
Without having to turn sideways?
Yes.
Okay.
That'll be about it, but yes.
Okay.
Sean, would you put me where you believe that describes me being? Because I would definitely go where directed.
Well, I don't believe anybody's been directed to follow yet.
Nope, everyone is just supposed to go to basically the bottom of the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
You can.
Not seeing anything. He's gonna whisper. I'm sorry, I'm saying the wrong word. He's gonna message Shinichi. I went southwest. Come up about 100 feet in.
All right, everybody follow me.
I follow the bird. Can the bird see? Is it bright down here?
The bird can't see.
No,
but
actually,
it's
Icky would not be able to see at all. It is pitch black down here.
So only Tarnin can refresh his coin of brightness.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So basically, like, somebody would need to lead him.
Yeah. So Icky flails towards Grelda
And
as Sinishi heads
Sinishi leads, but she literally, Sinishi would just be like, "Hey, Captain said follow," and then just start walking.
So,
About 100 feet.
Yeah.
I heard southwest, so we're going southwest. Icky's with me, his wing on my shoulder.
And
I've done it
for
before. This is familiar.
for Tarnin, this long cave stinks of rotten meat. The source of the horrific smell is readily apparent. A swath of carcasses are strewn about the floor.
I don't see carcasses. I just see hallway.
There are not carcasses on the actual map.
Oh, okay, all right. So,
But I am telling you that they are on the floor.
That's fair. That's fair.
so you would say that somebody allowed the bodies to hit the floor?
I believe someone also let the dog.
Everybody except Icky takes 10 psychic damage
Everyone
from
except
that
Icky.
awful pun.
Yeah.
You don't even know why. Everybody's head just immediately starts just erupting in pain.
I think I have advantage against attacks that are psychic. Or maybe it's
I have
not
advantage
psychic.
against shitty puns.
What about attacks that are psychosomatic, attic insane?
You hurt the DM. Look, all right. I don't know where you are, but I can fist bump
Sorry.
you. Can I fist bump you? Can you fist bump me? Boom.
Straight on. There you go.
Oh, straight on fist bump. Okay. You can do
Oh,
that.
okay.
There it is. Keep moving forward until you find the corpses, Tanishi.
It's all right. Sinishi just like kind of goes back. He's like, "Hey, you follow."
We do the follow.
When I peek around this corner, what do I see? Oh, by the way, how far down those to the south are those cracks? How wide are those cracks? And
They are about a foot and a half wide. They seem more like fissures in the rock, and they just kind of go back into darkness.
okay. So when I go around the corner and I start seeing this, I stop.
It is a small pool of water, like a naturally occurring.
Naturally occurring.
There is not an altar or anything like that. It is just in the ground.
All right, Tarnin stands up, stops sneaking.
Well, that's good because the people 15 feet behind you have not been sneaking, so they've been making quite a bit of noise.
Go figure.
Yeah, you didn't. What did you tell Sinishi to do?
Coming forward 100 feet. I got it.
I was wondering. Nobody said anything, so they've been just trotting along.
All right, I found a small pool of water. Looks like it's naturally occurring. If anyone wants to check it out down there. And Tarn doesn't go down there. He just kind of points in that direction. Otherwise, I think it's a dead end.
From a